Because I shared with her that I have been struggling. I have been struggling in this salon to get people in these seats. So I'm glad all of you are.
Let's chat about Kenya more. Some of the Kenya stans came in my comments underneath a short that I posted, that I pulled from Twitter actually. It was a guy that said that they felt like Kenya was being bullied. I forget the terms that he used, but he felt like Kenya was being targeted, that's the word, by Bravo because she did an interview with Carlos King. Because we can't post a full video, people automatically assume that I was siding with the comment that Carlos King may have had something to do with Kenya Moore's firing. I don't think that's the main reason why Kenya was targeted, if her fans feel that way, because I definitely don't think she was targeted. I think she set herself up. That's neither here or there. I definitely can see Bravo looking at her crazy for sitting down with Carlos King. For future references, if I post a short and it doesn't quite make sense, it's because I tried to fit it in a 30 to 60 minute window, whereas the video is maybe 10 minutes long, maybe 3 minutes long. Make sure you head over to my Twitter if you want, not Twitter, head over to my TikTok if you want full context as to what we're talking about. I decided from here on out, I'll just post a full video. Needless to say, let's get into this article about Kenya Moore not returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know the recent reports were saying that she was suspended indefinitely. That didn't satisfy her fans. I'm not quite sure what indefinitely means to you guys, but what it means to me is that you're not coming back. I wanted to reserve my opinions until I watched the full episode. I still have to catch myself every now and then from when things are leaked online. Sometimes it's not as it seems. So I wanted to leave a room of optimism. I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt. After seeing Brittany follow up with her comments on Instagram in reference to the Atlanta law, because I said Alabama in my short and they will not let that go. Brittany took to her Instagram and she posted the Atlanta law about Revenge P. I kind of figured something else is going on. We'll go back and listen to Kenya's live because I haven't, but I know she went live and she tried to dispel the rumor. Now it's being reported that she's suspended indefinitely again. So it reads, Kenya Moore's time on Real Housewives of Atlanta may have gone with the wind. In parentheses, it says, and not fabulous. Ooh. Longtime cast member has been suspended from Bravo reality show following an alleged incident with Real Housewives of Atlanta cast member Brittany. Is it Eady or Eddie, y'all? Tell me in the comments. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Bravo has yet to make an official statement on the matter. And I think that's what's confusing a lot of people. We need some officialness, okay? But a source tells TV Line that the reporting is accurate. Her suspension will continue for the rest of the show's upcoming season 16, our sister site Deadline adds. However, Moore has not been fired from the show and the network is keeping the door open to have her return in the future. Okay, so that clears that up. Moore, meanwhile, is reportedly reviewing her legal options. Probably why they don't want to flat out fire her. Speeding things up, the suspension stems from the recent grand opening of the Kenya Moore hair salon in Atlanta, which was filmed for the show. At the event, Moore allegedly displayed explicit images of Eddie performing sexual acts, which Moore reportedly found online, which still not your place to post at your event. That's crazy. The network is still reviewing the content Kenya displayed during the filming, and it was leaked online, y'all. Brittany took to her social media to say, it's never a good feeling being targeted or hazed by someone I thought would embrace me into a new circle that I've never met. This is what I was saying on my short. I don't believe Brittany came in with ill intentions towards Kenya, but people are saying that behind closed doors, she had been trying to sabotage Kenya. But Kenya always thinks somebody is trying to sabotage her, especially if they're new. Kenya, on the other hand, is saying, I would never engage in Revenge P. I have never distributed private images or footage of anyone nor solicited images owned by others to use to threaten or blackmail. I have always been vindicated. I beg to differ. Apollo, you never been vindicated in my book, Kenya. Kind of figured she would get her lawyers involved because she's probably going to say that Brittany had already released these images that she showed at the grand opening. But the thing is, Kenya, you were doing it to disparage her. From reports, you were doing it to disparage and demean and embarrass her. Call a spade a spade. You did it to be nasty. But what's so interesting to me about Kenya is the fact that she took up for Melody Cherie Rogers, and I keep saying this over and over again. When she found out that Martell was doing the same to Mel, she defended her, only to later on be accused of the same very thing. Candy Burris is a Taurus like me. We almost are loyal to a fault. Here's what she had to say about Kenya. She said, I didn't like the fact that they suspended Kenya. She said, I know a lot of people are like, she shouldn't have shown that, but this is Housewives. How many times we did something that you think somebody shouldn't have done? Girl, bye. Thank you, Candy, but no, ma'am. That's why Kenya continues to do the demeaning things that she does to women. It's because you guys like to sweep it under the rug. When is enough enough? You guys need to pay attention to what's happening in the TV genre. Here's the thing. I might not fully support or like Brittany as a person, right? As a character on Real Housewives of Atlanta once the show aired. For me, I watched her Instagram, and I know that's kind of superficial of me to watch her from her Instagram and try to formulate an opinion. But it seems like she's all about the glitz, the glams, the shallow shit. Me, it's not about shallow things. We could talk about materialistic things, but that's not what matters the most for me. Now, I do see that Brittany got it going on financially. That may be something that I'll gravitate to. I don't know. Y'all know money can't buy you class. Money can't buy you stardom. It's just you either have it or you don't. Who knows? Brittany probably has been antagonizing Kenya, but we know Kenya, and I'm just judging the situation based off the fact that we know Kenya. Well, I'm happy that she got what she needed from her divorce from Mark. I don't despise the girl or hate the girl. I just wish Kenya would do better when it comes to women. Everybody isn't your enemy, sis. So do y'all remember this summer when Bravo was taking a long time to tell the girls whether or not they were returning? So that I believe that's when the Kenya interview with Carlos King was rolled out. In that interview, I just get a sense that Kenya was trying to either get ahead of something or make a statement towards Bravo to let them know, listen, I can go where I'm celebrated and not where I'm tolerated. That's the vibe that it gave me in the interview. In that interview, she began to complain about things like Bravo wouldn't film her having Brooklyn, wouldn't give her a spinoff, wouldn't film her. In fact, one of her biggest complaints was that Bravo would edit certain scenes out, especially when it pertained to her business. It puzzled me when you actually got the opportunity to film Kenya Moore hair care. You said it took a lot of time and effort to get people in the seats, allowed your emotions to hijack your moment, to sabotage your event that you oh so badly wanted. I was puzzled by that one. I was in the live with Mariah Huck and Buffy from Married to Medicine. And if you have been keeping up with the Kenya news, then you've probably seen this clip over and over again, but I want to play the part in which I recorded.
Stop being on TV. That was one of the things that bothered me. I felt like we should be unionized. Nobody talked about it. I didn't want to be the one to talk about it. I was dealing with a lot. I was still dealing with, it's still hard for me to talk about. I was still dealing with the deal, the situation I went through. People don't realize how tough it was. I missed on the show. I ain't missed on there. Them people don't care nothing about me.
Essence. Mariah pretty much was saying that she felt like the production knew that Kenya was going to do that before she did. And now that she's filmed all those hours, she can't get it back. So there should be some type of insurance, some way to protect the cast members when they're filming these shows for hours and hours on end with the expectation of getting paid, need to be fired midway through the season. I'm not in that world, so I don't know how that feels. Could be some truth to that. I don't know. Mariah is something like an OG, so she would know more about the injustices that happen behind the camera. Y'all feel like Bravo has been targeting Kenya? Because I haven't seen it. Y'all have to give me some examples in the comments. Understand, I cannot like a person's character and I can judge them by the contents of their character, but that doesn't mean that I won't stand for injustices that happen towards that person. Also, I had to go back and forth with somebody in my comments about them saying what Brittany felt towards Kenya. I forget the exact comment, but I basically was telling that person, you can't tell Brittany how she felt towards Kenya in that moment. If she felt haze, then she felt haze. I can't tell you how much it bothers me when people try to dictate other people's experiences with other people. You can't. That's humanly impossible. Unless you're inside that person's body, mind, spirit, you don't know what that person felt in that moment. And in my opinion, regardless of the fact if Brittany have a OnlyFans, regardless of the fact if she have relationships with ballers, regardless if her and her husband swing, it does not matter. Wrong is wrong. Kenya shouldn't have used her private pictures or whatever pictures she's already posted on social media or not, because remember, Kenya said that she has an escort business. She also was alluding to the fact that Brittany was committing insurance fraud. That's defamation of character if you don't have proof. You pull her tax records. And remember, Kenya said the same thing about Portia. She was an escort. She was a hoe. All this extraness, right? Now look, they're friends. So at the end of the day, these are my honest opinions about the matter with the information that has been provided. Okay, these are my honest opinions, thoughts, and viewpoints. I could be wrong. I don't mind coming back and correcting myself if I am found to be incorrect. I have no problem with correcting myself, but right now I feel like Kenya is in the wrong. Otherwise, she wouldn't be fighting like hell to keep her job. I've shared my thoughts. I'm ready to hear y'all's respectfully. Make sure you comment below. Before you leave, y'all, I have a product that I know you guys will like. I'm gonna leave you with the commercial for your press-on nails. Make sure you go over to my TikTok shop and shop. Surprised that my package came on time, that I didn't have to wait an extra month or 3 weeks like other people have been complaining about, because these nails don't stay on the shelf long. Make sure you grab you a pair. Let me know what you think about it after you receive it, and I'll see you guys later. Couldn't resist no more. I had to get the press-on nails. Now, I had already began my nails, as you see, but look how cute of a package this is. And if you flip it on the back, there go your instructions. And if you keep looking through the package, you got your adhesive. I am very inexperienced when it comes to press-on nails, but I do not like going to the nail shop. It will literally take me 6 months to get back to the nail shop. If I'm not the first one at the door, I don't want to go. I'm a busy girl, and I like to get in and out. So on top of the adhesive, they provided us with a buffer. I don't know what that thing is called. And they gave us some glue, and they gave us some more instruction. Now, I've already applied one. Let's apply the rest of it. If you're anything like me, I like to research a product before I make my purchase. And I seen the comments, and there wasn't many complaints. And I see why. This is really pretty. Get the nails. Just get them.
Warning, warning, warning.